Good morning, my loves. Happy Wednesday. Beautiful day here at the lake. High again, I think it's 96 today. It is very bright. It is very beautiful, as always. Pretty much status quo. Had an interesting conversation last evening with a young person. Under the age of 16, kids never cease to amaze me. They can be so insightful. I just absolutely love it. And this person asked me who I lived with because she heard the cat. I mean, it's hard to miss Finn. And if I'm on a phone call, well, Finn wants to be on the call too, And he was yowling his little head off. And she said, well, who do you live with? And I've talked to her many times, and the topic never came up. I said, no, it's just me and the cat. She said, oh my gosh, don't you get lonely? I mean, she has siblings and parents, and she's young. She can't imagine just being by herself. And I said, no, honey, it's just me and the cat. Oh my gosh, how do you do that? I said, it's kind of nice. I don't have to worry about the volume on the TV being too loud, too low. I can watch what I want. I don't have to fight with somebody over the remote or what to have for dinner or, where to go on vacation. I get to make all my own decisions, and I kind of like that. And she said, how long have you been alone? I said, I've been divorced for like a little over 14 years. She just couldn't imagine. Oh my gosh. I would just go crazy. And I said, well, there's a difference between being alone and being lonely. Two completely different things. Alone is a state of being, right? I am alone. Well, I have Finn sitting next to me, but other than that, I am alone. And I'm way okay with that. Loneliness is an emotion, a negative emotion, because you're feeling a lack of connection, an emotional connection. That's loneliness. And that can be really serious. I know a lot of people struggled with that during COVID. That was really, really hard. But most of us survived that. And I was already used to it. That's why I think I did so well. I had already been alone for a number of years, so it wasn't that big. And I work from home. It wasn't that big a thing for me. But I know for a lot of people, they really, really struggle. If you are struggling with loneliness and depression, I want you to ask yourself, is it your own doing? Are you isolating yourself? I mean, I don't. I talk to people all day long. Last evening, I had a call from one of my besties in St. Louis. We talked for 2 hours. I am definitely not lonely. But are you isolating yourself? Are you intentionally pushing other people away? Now, there can be good reasons to push people away because sometimes you just don't want to put up with somebody else's bullshit. You don't want to listen to the droning on and on and on. It's all, all about their worries and their problems, and they never ask about you. It's just all about them. Yeah, and you can say, I'm busy. Maybe you take the call, you cut it short, and that's okay. But are you intentionally isolating yourself? Are you pushing people away? And if so, why? Do you feel you're unworthy of love? Did you hurt somebody's feelings and you're punishing yourself? A little self-flagellation in there? It happens. It happens. So often people will hurt somebody's feelings and they are incapable of saying, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. So they will just retreat and isolate, hoping that person will reach out to them and just pretend it never happened. Honey, if you need to apologize, apologize. It's not that big a deal. My bad. That's all you got to say. I'm sorry, my bad. It's okay. It's really okay. But if you are lonely, if it's getting really, really serious, you don't want to talk to anybody on the phone, you don't want to get out of bed, honey, that's not loneliness, that's depression. And when you get to that stage, you don't want to get out of bed, you don't want to go to work, you don't want to talk to anybody, you just want to close yourself off to the world. You need to talk to somebody. I don't care if you just dial 988, which is the mental health crisis hotline. Call them, talk to them. Get to the root of why you're feeling this way. Could be a chemical imbalance. For some people, they are very sensitive to sunlight, to vitamin D. And for people that live in the north that have had a really tough winter, they will have the winter blues. People in Alaska, because they have this crazy midnight sun thing, and it's dark for a long time. a lot of depression, and alcoholism and drugs as coping mechanisms. Okay, if you're dealing with depression, anxiety, loneliness, self-medicating, drugs, alcohol, it's not going to fix it. It's not going to help anything, because eventually you sober up. Eventually the drugs wear off. The problem is still there. So you take more. Well, now you become addicted. So now you have a new problem to add on to the other problem. That's not an option, okay? Just don't go down that path. Don't try to cover something up with a quick fix, whether that's gambling, shopping, drugs, alcohol, porn. Just don't do it. Let's just be grown up about it and fix the problem, okay? Maybe you have an underlying health issue that you have no idea. Could be your blood pressure, could be your blood sugar, could be chronic pain. Maybe it's trauma, something that happened a long time ago. Maybe you're just recently divorced and you're really struggling with a separation. Maybe you lost someone and your heart is just breaking from that loss. Honey, I know, Finn, I said that. Just talk to somebody. Be vulnerable. Talk to someone. Talk to a minister, a rabbi, an imam, whomever, a priest. Talk to a neighbor, a friend, a teacher, anybody. Call a therapist. And I know there's a huge issue. The cost of healthcare right now is crazy. The cost of mental health care is just, don't get me started. But please find someone to vent to. When in doubt, if you just don't want to open up to people, and there are people that are just so closed off, they don't want to do that, fine, that's your choice. Journal. Paper and pen. Write. Just write down whatever you're feeling. It's not, you don't have to use spell check or nobody's going to grade it. Just write down what you're feeling. I'm tired, I'm lonely, I'm bored, I'm sleepy, I'm tired, I'm fed up. Whatever it is, just start writing. Get those emotions out. Then get outside. Step out on your front porch, your back porch. Take a walk around the block. Go to the grocery store. Open a window. Whatever it is, get some fresh air. Please, turn some music on. Nothing depressing. No heavy metal. Put something on that will lift your spirits and make you feel better. Find something that will make your heart smile again. Okay? You're not the only one out there dealing with this. A lot of people are struggling with depression. A lot of people are struggling with loneliness. Find the root of the problem and let's get it fixed, okay? Because you're worthy of having a beautiful, happy, healthy life. If you want to surround yourself with people, great. If you don't and you just are kind of a loner, that's okay too. Just don't isolate yourself and push everybody away. And if people are trying, especially family and close friends, are trying to help, don't push them away. They are trying to help. They're trying to bless you. Recognize that, okay? Don't deny them the blessing of helping you. Tell them, thank you for bringing over lunch or dinner. Thank you for inviting me for coffee. If you go, you go. If you don't, thanks for the invitation, but maybe next time. But acknowledge what they're trying to do to help, okay? It's going to be okay, but don't cover up the problem with another problem. It's okay to be alone. It's not okay to be lonely and depressed. There's a difference.